Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda hero, like defender of the fatherland, off it to a 1v1 on Taranto Coastline. In the south, it is KajakingKoala, fighting here for Britannia, the glorious British Empire. Here with the 8th Infantry Division, tasked with rooting out the Germans here under the command of infamous German commander Stephenn. Fighting here for the Wehrmacht of Germany, Deutschland. Here standing tall with the 44th Reichsgrenadierdivision, Hoch und Deutschmeister. Pioneer Grenadiers for double sappers Vickers there for KajakingKoala. Koalas, of course, is being known for kayaking. So, we're off here to the races. As always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the continued generous and heroic support of the Propagandacast. Keeps making all these videos possible. And a big generous thanks to you commenting and liking on them. It helps out a lot there with the YouTube algorithms when they actually work. So, we are off here. Another Grenadier squad here for Stephenn. So, going for an infantry build, here's the van, which is always interesting to see and typically tend to be one of the rarer types of openings because you typically just want a lot of pioneers early on. It's a decent amount to grab points. So, focusing on the Grenadiers is definitely unique, especially versus the British, which can particularly really just make Grenadiers not feel too great. So, very bold opening here from Stephenn, all things considered. Meanwhile, Sappers pushing northwards with the Sten guns. Got the Vickers water-cooled machine gun there. World War I vintage. Actually, pre-World War I, actually. It was basically an improved Maxim machine gun at that.
We're raring to go.
Additional fun fact is the British, and as seen doing World War I, actually had a strategy where they'd fire the machine gun up into the air and basically sort of use it like artillery fire. And they'd actually repeat that tactic during the Second World War. So, MG42 for Stephenn. South side here, Grenadiers pushing forwards. Section number 1 there almost done for Koala and the British Empire.
Section is ready for battle.
There we go, chaps out. Stephenn busy up north, Stephenn busy in the south. Quick bit of sandbagging here. Quickly fortifying the victory point against any British incursions. Vickers there ready to engage with the Germans. There go, setting up here. Neatly coming to fire there from the Pioneers. Obviously can't really do a lot of damage. They even heavy cover because that range, their DPS at that range pretty much is terrible. Granny's running, the Sappers closing in though. Gonna try to focus on the Sappers here. Well, the Sappers will pretty much just win this engagement. Fortunately, yeah, I think the units are automatically firing at the Vickers. Now the Grenadiers get suppressed. Absolutely just botched engagement here for Stephenn. Great win there for Koala against those bloody Huns. MD42 team around here engaging the Sappers, but looks like the heavy cover bonus just somehow narrowly applies here. Stephenn following up to all of this with a Granatenwerfer. 8 cm Granatenwerfer. 34. Another section Koala.
Vickers MG ready.
Machine gun turning around. He actually leaving the back exposed is very confident and bold if by Stephenn, or a bit silly. I'm not entirely sure which of the two is, but leaving your opponents, able to flank your machine gun like that seems very risky. But for now, we got Koala grabbing points of machine set shop here.
Infantry section trained and ready.
Stephenn awaiting more forces to push in. Here we got mortar as well. That's going to be a crucial tool here for attacking. With that machine gun about, that's going to be very painful and difficult, I think, for Stephenn. Not impossible, mind you, but it's definitely going to be a hell of a challenge. Where they see the Grenadiers pop with the Vickers, because it was the quick there. Mortar firing away there, I imagine, on the Vickers machine team there. Go, good shot. Got the Vickers there, gaining veterans run already. Another mortar hit here from the 8 cm mortar rounds. Vickers there being pushed out. And he's pushing up the Sappers and the Sten guns. In the south side, British force advancing, growing points like Stephenn's space. Stephenn's early game is definitely looking exceedingly rough and difficult here. What the challenge of Stephenn to fight against Koala. British just getting that iron grip here on the early game against the Germans, locking down most of the vital resources, and basically getting to a position we can rush really fast for something. Instead, he's going for another section instead of taking up. I think there's a bit of relief here for Stephenn, since a fast sample right now for Stephenn would be incredibly difficult to deal with. Not impossible, but certainly would be very costly. And even if he does deal with it, could very well spell the end after a certain amount of time there for Stephenn anyway. So it does, pose a lot of problems here for him right now. He's in terms of just sheer threat basis. Scram back in the northern fuel point finally. I want to have the Pioneers do that, so the Grenadiers fall to grab some points here. Meanwhile, Sappers caught with the infantry switching around here. Koala clearly hoping to get lucky with that MD-42, but there was no such luck. Got Stephenn taking up with our Panzergrenadier company, and we got Luftwaffe apparently summoning 4th Tier assistance from the nearby 4th Fallschirmjäger Division, one of 3 Fallschirmjäger divisions that actually fought Italy. There's also, I believe, 1 Italian paratroop division fighting on the Axis side, with the other one fighting on the Allied side, actually. Fun fact. There was technically also like a 3rd division, but I believe that one never really saw that much action. I don't know what happened to that one.
Packages are inbound, Commander.
Well, little fun fact there. Either way, Fallschirm Pioneers dropping in it. Clearly, Stephenn, wanting to get some pressure onto his opponent and his resources. And so, with the current state of affairs, using the Fallschirm Pioneers probably represents obviously by far best bet. We also got a reconnaissance run here. Thumbs up. Could indicate also some Fallschirmjägers for Stephenn. A while since we've seen those, I feel like. There you go. Oh, not that long, really, but in the 1v1, I'd say it's been a while. Oh, nice grenade. There's still a grenade ripping through the section there. Stephenn sitting out here. Got the normal fuel. We do have the savage of the section. Baker supporting them. Threatening Coastline to grab the fuel pump, and even then, Babe's like draw away a significant part of Koala's forces to get that fuel point. That set the retreat path of the Fallschirm Pioneers is looking a bit hairy here. Wait, Panzergrenadier company ready. Will we be getting Fallschirmjägers that seemingly go for the Panzergrenadiers? I mean, the fact he's going directly for the Fallschirmjägers like that does make me think he wants to, like, get them. But in the end, Stephenn is the judge, jury, and execution on that one, not me. Otherwise, everyone would be going for Fallschirmjägers. There you go. Fallschirmjägers dropping in here. Hardened men of the 4th Fallschirmjäger Division, which was also unique in being a mixed German and Italian paratrooper division. So, fun little story there. It's only one of those many less talked about parts of the Second World War.
Sector overrun.
Hoping to see if they ever get some Italian paratroopers here for the Axis in CoH3. Certainly would be a massive oversight if they never did it. I have to be honest. Practically criminal. Anyways, going south here, low in health. Fallschirmjägers definitely looking a bit rough here. I mean, again, nice spell drop, but without much of a follow-up plan here to support them. The risk obviously was a bit too much here for the Fallschirmjägers, no matter the firepower of the FD-42.
The enemy has control.
Shingling forwards here. Also, there's talk about a balance patch coming up, but no sign of anything else. It sounds like, whatever content they planned for autumn, at the very least, might have been pushed back to late autumn, so probably November at this rate. Maybe October if you're lucky, but it does give me the impression they pushed back to November in a sense. I mean, obviously, if it's not like, been pushed out of autumn entirely,
The sector's an enemy
we'll
hand.
have to see. Either way, support ordnance upgrade here. Stug likely to happen, maybe? It's obviously sounding a bit contradictory, but could happen. Could also be a Nebelwerfer, but either way, Fallschirmpioniere, Fallschirmjäger, and some Grenadiere. No healing though, I mean, Fallschirmjägers and Grenadiers in particular a bit low and healthy. And we got an MD-15 there for the Fallschirmpioniere. Before it was the Vickers. Grand section withdrawing there. Get some healing going there. Switching into this Bren section here, MD-15 ready. Closing in here aggressively, ruthlessly. Deutschlandically. Almost got a wipe here. This could be huge here for Stephenn. And he does get it. The only thing holding back the full enthusiasm of this, of course, was not getting the Bren gun as well. Koala, though, of course, riding high on the sheer success. He's actually going straight for the company command post. Arguably, he may want to like gone for something there, but at the same time, also the Lottian just rushing so far ahead here and just starting to get out tanks, like, close to the 10-minute mark. I mean, no matter how I look at that one, that's really good for Koala and represents, quite the obstacle here for Stephenn in the near future. That's a hell of a challenge here for Stephenn. No two ways about that. And again, northern fuel are being hit. I mean, the Stug should certainly help at least contain the armor. Even can deal with the infantry. And there goes Stug 3G for Stephenn. 2 thumbs up. Additional fun fact, Fallschirmjäger divisions did actually have their own assault gun battalions. As just companies. But oh, yeah, assault gun units like with Stoogs equipped with them, and the actual called Fallschirmjäger Stoogs. Because the other sort of like, element that's typically less discussed about the Fallschirmjägers, which something, gets a bit overlooked because they almost always airdrop, except in Co-1 where they actually infiltrate, which is close to how they actually operate. But they were basically, after a certain point, just, Panzer Grenadier divisions with Fallschirmjäger equipment.
Crews are on standby for orders.
Motorized and all that jazz. Maybe some mechanized elements here and there. So, that's one of those things that are typically a lot less discussed about Fallschirmjägers, at least in popular culture. Officer squad as well there, thumbs up. Stu, they're getting the Pinwheel machine gun. Thumbs up to that as well.
Enemy ground forces have claimed a sector.
Stephen's definitely got ahead of a challenge ahead of him here. Fragments they're catching the sections. Flanking around here with FT-42's got a section on the flank there. Mortar firing down death here upon the Bren section. Stu rushing towards through the Svartland. Officer squad's ready, just going to give the Fallschirmjäger force a bit of a boost. In fact, I'd say it's critical to making Fallschirmjägers work. Oh, hell of a rough grenade there. But the very hard to hit bone, of course, makes them more survivable, but crucially, it just means they want to get to 2 feet faster, where they really get a boost for firepower, because they're ostensibly supposed to be glass cannons. The problem is they're more glass than they're cannon a lot of the time. That's kind of one of the things holding back the Fallschirmjägers. They just, the mix of glass and cannon isn't quite good, and they really need to, like, hit between 2 and even 3 to, like, actually be solid. Job has been for an expensive unit.
Losing a victory point.
It does hold them back for a lot of players, understandably so.
Our finest vehicle crewmen have been allocated.
Crusader and Attack of Tank as Koala goes for heavy armor day. Interesting choice there.
Point is in enemy hands.
Great for Stephenn, as that definitely means his Stu can deal with that without much contest. Of course, there's still the 6-pounder, but, that's not a tank that can flank it. Horseman healing here. South British forces also slowly approaching. Hitting a mine, they're losing Gavin and Robert.
Crusader anti-air is ready for use.
Crusader anti-air tank on the way to Koala. Sweeping forwards.
A victory point is being overrun.
Crusader rushing forwards, pushing south. There's a bomb here, but Stephenn in the south. It looks like he might catch the corner of guard here. Machine put out in the open. Crouching heavy cover. Even they're getting close down with the south. Crusader tank flanking. Stu, unfortunately, Stephenn is off north, which kind of says they're getting a lot of damage in the retreating Fallschirmjägers. Close call, I would say, here for Stephenn and not for that Crusader on the flank here. And what is this? Is the LG-40 there for Stephenn? I believe the lightest CoH3. Hopping in an anti-tank and then a bit of a pinch. Meanwhile, up north, German forces being headed to their Fallschirmjäger leading the war effort there. So Stuki draws attention in the south.
A capture point is being overrun.
There you go, lightest CoH3 ready. That was also be the larger LG-42, which fired 105mm projectiles. Fun fact there.
Territory.
Push further ahead, so we got foot guards for Koala. Some hardened infantry with Thompsons and bazookas. Still engaging, Stephenn, of course, maintaining a safe distance for now. It's all up north here. Stephenn builds up around his studio with Fallschirmjägers and the Grenadiers. Thumbs up. Foot guards almost done. Fallschirmjäger in trouble here. Mortar firing close to the section. Horde. Grenadiers. Fallschirmjägers nearby. Crusader anti-tank push back. Stu diving after it, but there you go. Grenades coming up there. Good threat and anti-tank grenades. Does he actually have research? Yeah, he does. Earlier. LG-40 move. There you go. Crusader anti-tank moving a bit incautiously. Could get shot at by the Stu. No. Fortunately, KajakingKoala, Stephenn Stu does not fire the shot there. Close shave there. Waterfire landing close here. Soon go for next another shoot. More Fallschirmjägers. Panzergrenadier. Does Stephenn have something else there? Let's see. Good guards on the flank here. Threaten that LG-40 there. Knowing it at the same time. And there you go. 6-pounder gun scores. Great side hit on the Stu. Painful there for Stephenn with a bunker on the way for him there, providing healing and casualty recovery. Most likely here with a medic bunker upgrade being planned out.
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
Koala not slowing down, going for even more foot guards.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
Bunker halfway down, Crusader tech moving in.
Infantry squad taking a jumping.
Got a Panzer fast off, but not enough damage for from LD40 arriving there. That's a good hit. Stoop charging in. 6-pounder guns don't need to be seen. Foot guards can't easily assist either. Still, Koala here, of course, is able to escape with the Crusader intake of tank as Stephenn Stoop was not close enough to assist. Second foot guard section on the KajakingKoala on the British. Another Stoop for Stephenn and Das Vaterland. 2 thumbs up, baby. There you go, medic upgrade, medic bunker upgrade there for Stephenn.
Territory sector lost, Commander.
Please, none too please.
Sappers advancing. Sector suppressed, routed.
We're losing a munitions point to enemy action. Section CP is taking
Stephenn looking
damage.
to slowly expand map control here once more. Stabilize the bleeding, which so far 7 bit against him here with KajakingKoala maintaining a really good actual control against him. Second streak ready. Wouldn't be a bad idea to soon consider armored side skirts for the Stooks there for Stephenn. I think that could be a very good investment
The
overall.
enemy has our victory
There you go,
point
foot guards to
now.
move here. No MD-42s nearby. Stooks could move to assist, maybe with him, and then point blank blasting those is going to be a bit of a challenge with the sheer amount of bazooka rockets they can deliver, though not impossible.
Initiating rollout of battlefield
And now we got things getting a bit more dangerous here for Stephenn with infantry training on the way there. Another MD-42 on the way here for Stephenn and Das Vaterland. Got the foot guard charging in here. Drawing away fire, there we go. Gammon bomb there in the Fudgemakers. Stephenn just retreating here. Second Stuka arriving. Up north, though, taking advantage of their action in the south to push in there, perhaps.
infantry training completed.
Trouncing up the Stuka and then pop like last bit risky, but I think that might prove to be the best idea tactically. One with some higher yields and results. Got 438 versus 240. At least briefly this Stephenn was bleeding out his opponent just a tiny bit. Far from enough here to stop KajakingKoala from advancing in the name of Britannia. Long foot guards that push back north side again, falling into the hands here of the 8th Infantry Division.
We can now construct Churchill tanks.
We got Koala getting ready for Churchill tanks. Bit of a challenge for Stephenn, but I think with 2 well-handled, not 3 well-handled Stooks, if he goes for a 3rd one with armored side skirts, he should be able to deal with it relatively well unless he starts making some significant tactical errors.
Sappers reported. Position taken.
Got that northern victory point again. Here's Stephenn slow moving forward. He might plan to flag around here. Hope to catch something. We'll have to do a plan here by Stephenn. South side, Koala ready to do some cheeky stuff. We do see Stephenn ready here with an MD-42. Got the Crusader anti-aircraft taking the bit under fire. Section south routed. Nice defense there by Stephenn. Other Sturmgeschütze on the move.
The vector is in enemy control.
Good guys routed. Rushing in here, modifying on the 2-pounder guns. Another Crusader Churchill tank there for Koala. Modify those like the 2-pounder gun.
Crew has been killed.
Machine gun in trouble. About to get wiped out here.
Point is being overrun.
Almost got it.
Victory point to enemy action.
Almost got it. Wiped out the Victors.
Killed.
Got the 6-pounder gun Victors. That's a pretty good haul there for Stephenn. It's going to represent a bit of boost to firepower to his force. Meanwhile, British Churchill tank is halfway done. Could certainly signify some headaches there, but
Here we are.
the 6-pounder gun backing up the Stooks and theoretically the LD-40. We should have a chance of dealing with it. We got the marked ability there for Koala that just needed targets.
Victory point lost. The enemy
Interesting
has
choice.
control.
Most players nowadays find favor the anti-artillery loiter. In fact, have done for a while, so it's a bit interesting to see him go for that one. But it seems like he definitely favors that one. Northern points here. Stephen's in front of the map is steadily expanding now. Deciding on his right machine advantage, Duke slowly moved in here. Continuing to maintain most of his forces up north here just to grab a few points. Feels a bit excessive there from Stephenn.
The enemy is pushed us
Kitchen
back
is slowly
from our
withdrawing.
sector.
Oh dear. Bigfoot does flanking the Stoop alongside designated target and staggered shot team. Definitely punishing Steve, definitely the Stoop there on its own, unsupported and basically a bit blind even. But line calls get close to this foot guys from Mecca. You do get tagged there for Stephenn. I would say that was definitely a bit of a waste of a good Stoop here.
Territory is out of supply.
Sort of thing that could definitely help, you know, Koala now just really destroy There you go, white machine here with the Crusader anti-aircraft tankers, 6 pounders, and LD-40 dealing with them. Good machine right, oh, catching the foot guards here, very good, and aircraft shot down. Lining Stephenn attempt getting some aerial reconnaissance.
Enemy ground forces.
Despite everything, though, Koala there for driving the anti-tankers, definitely a bit cautious, but there you go. Back to this, the function impunity, 6-pounder gun reposition, the LD-40 in position, gonna need more support over here in the east. We are seeing them more to end the street moving in. Stephenn going to be blasting out the 40 turn around. There it goes. Shoots spot waves. Vegas being reclaimed here by Britannia. Might even see the 6-pounder gun reclaimed.
We're losing a fuel point.
Another pack 40 here for Stephenn. In the south, the Crusader entry can prove to be another option for Stephenn going to come. More damage here. Churchill tank taking more damage. We got 326 versus 208. Damage piling up here. Casualties though, staying pretty close to equal.
We've lost the sector to the enemy.
Another bit of recons out of Stephenn. Shooting that down. With the Crusader anti-aircraft tank and its 4-force 40mm anti-aircraft gun. Foot guard swinging west.
We have 300 points remaining.
Take cover! Under enemy fire!
196 to 8. Brief moment of quiet here before the storm once more picks up. Continue to go for Panda 4. Decided to once it's strong, Panzer 4. You'll have to see. 178 to 28, and there you go. Do in fact get a Panda for Stephenn. Thumbs up.
Work done. Now what?
And another 6-pounder here for KajakingKoala. More anti-tank to try to tame the German armoured menace of the Stug 3G. Mines being played down there as well. Thumbs up. We're going to make it harder here to sneak up that way. They just got minesweepers. Fixing that up, we got cheap reinforcement for Stephenn. And another bit of air reconnaissance. Got that one nice. And down it goes. Note that the Stuka was typically not used. That role, the acted aircraft at the Fiesler store. There. 123 was 28.
Point taken. As ordered.
Adding the Penlow machine gun. The Panzer 4, no shots installed here for Stephenn.
Bloody bad show. The enemy have the lead.
202 is 208. Stephenn beating us opponent there with a triple cap. Very good work there by the Germans. Certainly adding some pressure to the British, forcing Koala there to head up to, you know, put a bit more effort into it. Get a bit more proactive. North British advance continues. Still keep Grenadiers trying to hold against the British advance as Koala looks to extend into the north side of the map again. And LD-40's mortars, machine guns even still to be brought in. Panda 4 there. Continue to operate in the south side of the map, keeping Koala away from that. Try to keep them a little further. And there you go, Northern Victory Point falling here to good old Britannia.
Sector
Stephen's
lost.
moving in forces,
Repeat.
Fudge-Mega
Sector
Stug and the
lost.
LG-40s here.
Enemy fire!
Looking back the way this Fudge-Mega's engaged the section into assist. LG-40 hacks and machines are letting loose here onto Koala's forces here. Might be getting a bit more confident here of anything. Fudge-Mega's not coming up to assist. Goes cold there on the projectile tank. Stephen just wasn't able to get any heads in, and the massive smoke being laid down there only further makes it difficult here for him. He got
The enemy
177
is down to
active
200
points.
points. Carry on.
With Koala, of course, they're back to trying to get Stephen down to his level, and it would take him.
Right, done. Now what?
We're losing a victory point.
Section 6 was there withdrawing. Another Panther for Stephen.
Victory point under enemy control.
There you go, Five Points with withdrawing Brits here, clearing out the 6 batting crew in a matter of moments, makes sure the Fox makers already. Hand past the Churchill tank, this could be it. This could be the moment Stephen takes out the Churchill tank and delivers a bit of a blow here to his opponent. But we do have another Churchill tank on the way here for Koala, and also the East percent anti-cap tank. No, doesn't go for it. They reduce an early 40 moving in here, clearly not willing to commit more. Feels honestly, I think, too close there by Stephen. I might regret it if he doesn't deal with it before the second Churchill tank arrives, because that's going to be a lot of money in his health. He then has to deal with guns attached to it. 170 to 190.
Commander, RAF Wacky is in your
Second Panther on the scene, got a Crusader tank there on the flank.
Churchill
At 40 and Panther engaging here. Almost had that, I think, in pursuit of the Panther, but fortunately for KajakingKoala, Stephen decided not to do that, being a man of mercy that day. There you go, foot got control of the Panther for the Stug. Still go up some armored side skirts, means got 2 Panther on the Stug. Now, armored side skirts would be phenomenal as upgrades, plus a Panzer Company upgrade there to get veterans you want for them. So, I feel like that's something that Stephen could easily do with his resources. Right now, he's full pop cap, so using them on something else would, I think, be a very smart move there by Stephen. And officers' quarters and armored side skirts would, I think, just be by far the best investment there. So for now, at least, Stephen does not seem to think in such lines. And there you go, lost the remaining Stug, the credit glue there. More pioneers here for Stephen. Church tank rolling in here. North other church tank onto the move. We've got 177, 169 here. We've got Carl there, of course, once we're taking Stephen in terms of victory points. Last spot for Stephen. His advantage has suddenly been negated. So what will Stephen do next, and what will Koala do to try and maintain the current lead? The number of maneuvers he could commit to. He don't a lot of mines for starters. He could of course also recruit the machine gun that Stevenson neglected. For there on the way for Stephen. Still no sign of Schützen for his
The beggars are
panzers.
threatening a victory point.
Assuming that possibly might play planning something else. There we go, and our late pack pod ready here for
The enemy has our
Stephen
victory
of
point
Australia. What are you finding here going
We're
on?
losing a victory point.
Multiple around it, LD40 shoots. Unfortunately, with not much assault against the 250s and hits, it's just got a very, very small chance of penetrating here. Next lining up is engage the massive steel behemoth of the British Empire. 173, 168. Up north, they continue to advance there out of Stephen.
Get sorted out, you chaps. Oh, they've got a sunny splendor!
168, 168. Things are tightened back and forth now.
The enemy have the upper hand.
And there you go, we got here Lloyd unleashed by Stephen. Almost at the second shoot of it. Caught by double anti-tanks there.
Territory sector lost.
Seeing routed here, it's definitely a bit messy for Stephenn once more. Veterans 1 pot. Did he copy up his balls? He did not. He just gained Veterans 1 on their own. Believe it or not. Oh, getting a bit close. They're suffering up hand of house here. This could be an opportunity for him to take it out if he can get forces nearby close enough, but going to be a bit tough if you know the anti-tanks needs to move in. The tanks is quickly done. South side here though. Stephenn continues to advance. We've got a big foot guard flank here against the Germans. Armoured side's good for Stephenn. Rushing both squads towards the mine. This could be big here for Stephenn. He falls off with a grenade. Oh, only one gets suppressed despite more or less both of them being within the same range there. Very good light of Koala, but it does end up being a double retreat. Perhaps just acting on instinct. Or perhaps just, figuring that just, if only one of them said they're going to be a lot less effective as well. Either way, just almost done here. Got a 6-pounder.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Going crucial, I think destroy us. Grab them, we'll have to see what it does. Church is gaining Vessi 2 there. Both down, both down. South Churchill's advancing, taking out Pack 40. Stephenn being pressured here on both frontages here. He needs to do something drastically to, I think, regain control against KajakingKoala. Risk just, falling into his pace and losing the match. And there you go. Wrecking the 6-pounder. This is, I think, a start here. Run both anti-tankers there.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
6-pounder gun there. Using the Canadian mesh to quickly get some full strength. Thumbs up. And for lining up for something in the west. What it is, I don't know. Quality. We've got Sharky and Pentacle on the west side. Here we got Pentacle. Almost got it, and knocked out. Must have been a misclick since Nanny's position in such a way can't use to escape. He might actually forget about it. Not having it in his base. Churchill is going in for the Panda 4, but I think should be able to escape him unless Stephenn knows needs to stay by a significant bit. East side, troops and runners, the Fudgemakers pushing the FT-42's foot guard counterattacking, trying to halt the German infantry here. The actual foot guard section of the Fudgemakers ultimately still Fudgemakers, and crucially they're also unsupported. Machine arriving, but unfortunately not fast enough to save the Fudgemakers here. 101 vs 168.
We have 100 points left.
Stephenn continued to build up a lead against his opponent with a third Panther on the way now. Eine dritte Panzerkampfwagen 4, meine Herren. Ein dritter Panzerkampfwagen 4? Ja. Keep it quiet. Catch everything fixed up. LD4 to the exit snatch by call at some point. I think it was a machine gun, but Mortis joining in third. Pentacle on it to Stephenn. Nice rough grenade there. There you go. Third Panda 4 at the ready here for Stephenn. Also with the Schutzen as well. Thumbs up. 81 vs 168. Gap continues to slowly grow here. What will Koala do in the face of such horrors? There goes Stephenn with another sword. Get on the also flanking almost there. Thumbs up. And there you go. Vickers crew, they're getting absolutely obliterated.
An HMG crew has been lost to enemy action.
There you go. Vickers wiped. We've got Sharky and Fox with Sharky. Being close to the tank here. Falling loose.
We're losing a fuel point to enemy action.
Panda 4 knocked out. Super responsive for Stephenn allows Koala to get it easily. Canadians fucking grounded. Panda 4's other wells elsewhere, not responding out. The 6-pounder gun here. Leading this becoming a very successful top of Koala as he just coats everything on the score point. And the front line was Stephenn just does not respond, I think, particularly adequately well. Allowing Koala just to overwhelm Stephenn and just score several easy kills. There'll be much to see footballs and Stephenn wiped. I'd like to see both of them wiped. Only lost one section there. Oh dear. That might actually undercut here Koala's always good maneuver if his son uses two entire foot guard sections and, like, you know, roughly the same time span. That is pretty strong for Stephenn, meanwhile, as it leaves Koala with little infantry and also limits his anti-tank abilities against the penalty force. So, all in all, pretty significant win there for Stephenn.
One last stand, gentlemen. With only
50 points at 49,
left.
he was on the 68 here of Stephenn. Koala needs to get in there. Needs to outwit Stephenn. So far, seems to be having some difficulties with that one. 44's on 68.
We're losing a victory point.
Stephenn occupying some norths. We got another 6 in Koala.
One of our
Attack
anti-tank
group
guns.
down again, LD4 does not get wiped out. That's judging the Panther 4 here. Pretty rough, if anything, for Koala. Just suffered massive losses against Stephenn. But compared to this stage, just hasn't been suffering as much. But there you go. Churchill flank line signing Stephenn.
We've 25 points left.
21 infantry Crusader anti-aircraft tank. That's probably after the nerf replying it's like they built. Remember, that thing could be called in pretty fast before that.
Churchill's tank's not responding to us. We'll hail them again.
At this point, I mean, Koala's lost most of his forces. Stephenn's holding, well, a much larger force. Victory points might be struggling for now, but like he could soon, like, you know, just really crush his opponents. At this point, I think it's game over in favor of Stephenn.
Section command post is under fire.
Another Panther down. Not that it matters because at this point Koala's losses are so heavy that, you know, there's not really much you can do to get back.
Royal Engineers out of
Close on the
contact.
function makers, very good.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action. Section CP is taking damage. Victory point lost. The enemy
Anyways,
has control.
yeah, they're still talking about the Crusader intake. They're just wondering like what those specific ones are about. Machine gun down. 16 points left. Counter it. No one goes Stu. Except me. I go Stu. Team was on 64. 13, 12, 11,
Section CP is taking damage.
10, another pen for Stephenn, 9, 8, at this point it's game over.
The enemy has
Match is beyond salvage of Koala, but there you go, GG Gamer. Some fudge makers, some Stoogs, that's lovely stuff to see here. Overall well played by Stephenn. There was closer times for Koala, but you know, there's just, I think, a bit of light there to pull through. And some questionable engagements also proved to be a lot more costly for him than he wanted to be. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed the matchup, learned something from it. This is Pro Links and cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another Chennai episode. Bye, everyone.